A sign?
Yes. If a catastrophe were imminent, it would naturally be preceded by a sign.
It can't be. Convey these orders to all troops. Pull the front line back to the Mechonis arm. All units, withdraw from the front at once!
Sir, are you sure? Victory is in our hands, Your Highness. We must strike the final blow.
Do you not realize where we are?
Sir?
Listen to me. We are on the sword of the Mechonis!
Calm down! Calm down!
It's moving!
Are we too late? Melia, be safe. All units retreat! Immediately! The Mechonis is about to awaken!
Damn it! I was counting on you, runt.
What's happening?
It's like we're floating in midair.
Fiora, are you doing this?
Lady Meyneth, you have awakened once more.
This light. Was it you who saved us when we fell from the fortress? Meyneth, where's Fiora?
It's okay. I'm here too. After all that occurred at the fortress, my soul was exhausted. But I was revived by the cry of the young Holmes, by his wish to protect you all. Gado. If he had not acted as a shield, I would have been unable to save you. I am sorry.
Gado saved us. Now he's...
The Mechonis! Where's Egil?
Shulk, do you hear it? The awakening of the Mechonis. This is my pain. The pain of my people, echoing through the millennia. The Mechonis arm! Fall to your deaths, worthless insects!
Stop this! Callian and the others are still on the sword! Our friends are going to die! Stop!
I'll kill him! That murdering monster is gonna pay!
Atharon!
Fiora?
Sorry, I can't do it.
Fiora! That hurts. Where are we?
That was a close one, but we made it.
Alvis.
You are aboard Junks, the Machina ship.
It was he who informed us that you were in danger. I'm glad we found you in time.
Thank you.
Hey! What a stroke of luck! You're still alive!
Dixon!
So you were unable to stop Egil. Sorry, Father. I have failed you. Vanea, there's no need to apologize.
So, what do we do now? At this rate, that blasted Egil's gonna destroy Meyneth.
Alvis, what happened to the Allied force?
I informed His Highness of the possibility that the Mechonis would awaken. His Highness is wise. He will have acted to minimize casualties.
That's good.
Brother, there is still time.
Fiora? No, you're...
So it is her.
The Mechonis and I exist as one. Egil is using ether energy absorbed from the Meyneth to force it to move. There is still time before the Mechonis fully adapts to the ether.
Egil is at the core of the Mechonis. He will be controlling the Mechonis from there. Only by destroying the core will you be able to stop the Mechonis.
But how are we to get there? The Mechonis capital is destroyed.
Father, how much remaining energy does Junks have?
Don't worry. I made sure to fill her up.
On the back of the Mechonis is a huge cooling duct. We should be small enough to enter the control core section via the duct's heat transfer conduits. Junks can take us as far as the duct.
You have our gratitude. We must go there at once.
Then let's get a move on. This one's for Gaddo.
Hear, hear.
Too right. Gaddo's wishes live on through me. We will fight to the end.
So that's where you've been hiding. Then I guess it's almost time to finish this.
When you are ready to depart for the Mechonis, let my father know. I will prepare the vessel.
Understood.
Oi! Look at that! What the...
There is little time left. We must stop Egil this time. It is in your hand, Shulk.
I know.
Our adventure reaches its conclusion. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we had no choice but to fight Egil at the shrine to Lady Meyneth, but we failed to stop him. And the awakening of the Mechonis began. This time, we go up there and end this once and for all. But as we reach the Fallen Arm, we're alerted to, of all things, a change to the affinity chart? Yeah, kind of a weird thing that you wouldn't expect to happen amid all this. But, as you can see, if we go over to the Machina, we now have Bazatrox and Zarkort with lovey-dovey blue affinity. The reason for this change in the affinity chart is because we completed a Chain of Time side quests that consisted of For My Loved One, To My Loved One, and Best Boots. If you recall, Zarkort wanted to get a present for his long-distance girlfriend in Mechonis Field. We eventually delivered that present, and Bazatrox, the girl in question, wanted us to help her make a pair of rocket-propelled boots, which we did. Mechonis Field is no longer accessible, and because of this, the two of them now sit together at the base of Digitu on the Fallen Arm. We talked to Zarkort. Yes. Bazatrox came back. I couldn't believe my eyes. I ain't letting her out of my sight ever again. Yes. I felt like my cardiac system would fail when the Mechonis moved. If Bazatrox was still there when it happened, she would have... It doesn't bear thinking about. What he says is actually true. Bazatrox would have died when the Mechonis began moving if she was unable to get out of the field, but because we made those powerful boots for her, she was indeed able to just simply fly away from the field when it began collapsing. We talked to her. I came back to be with Zarkort, but lately, I don't know. I mean, I still like him a lot, and I know he loves me. It's just that, how should I put this? It's like there's something missing. Not enough excitement, I guess. The thrill just isn't as strong as it used to be. It's definitely sad that her relationship just isn't as exciting as it was now that they're finally together again, but it's better than the alternative of her not making it at all. Another small detail that you would not be able to observe if you did not save Bazatrox's life inadvertently by doing those quests is that if you switch it to nighttime and talk to her, look at this! I found it in the sea. It's a cylinder with a letter in it. It'd be a waste not to read it. Let me see. My name is Jarek, to the beautiful woman reading this. Did he just call me beautiful? Let's see, what else does it say? Wow, amazing! That was so romantic. What, you're still here? I'm a bit busy now. See you later.
Me?
Ah, Jarek, I wonder what you're like. You must be strong, handsome, and brave. I just know it. I will wait by the shore for your next letter to find its way to me. Ah! You didn't hear that, did you? I still like Zarkort as well, you know? Honest! That's a little sketchy to say the least. As you saw after talking over the first time, we got another update to the affinity chart. That Jarek that she was talking about, of all people, is the Hyantia that manages the ether plant in Aerith Sea. They have taboo love for their affinity link. Should you have talked to Jarek before all this, he would have this conversation for you. He would say that he puts letters into cylinders and then puts them into the ether stream which travels all around Bionis in hopes of attracting a beautiful maiden. Now, it's definitely subjective if you think that Bazatrox is beautiful or not. Personally, I think she has a really cool character design, but effectively he was hoping to attract some beautiful Homs or Hyantia, and he ended up attracting what is basically an alien in this universe. But as funny as all that is, after having that conversation, he will say, "Someone wrote my letters? That's amazing! And it's a girl? That makes me even happier! Ah, you must not disclose my identity. That is the only way to keep it mysterious. It makes it all the more alluring for her." Okay, buddy, if you say so, I won't tell her you're a Hyantia. When that awkward meeting comes, you'll have no one to blame but yourself. Now, why exactly did I want to come back to the ether plant? Well, aside from showing that, you can see the Mechonis beginning to awaken in the distance here as well. All those areas where you could see the Mechonis from before, you can see it awakening from all these different perspectives now. Just a nice little detail that you might not have noticed otherwise. This does it for every detail that has changed since we have left Agniratha, but before we go up there to fight Egil one more time, we have gained a lot of affinity in our party across all of our battles to the top of the Mechonis. From all that, a new heart-to-heart has opened up. And considering who these two characters are, I think it's only fitting that they have a talk before we go on to face Egil one more time. Our heart-to-heart is called Geography Lesson, and I'm sure you figured out that Shulk is involved in this in some way, considering, well, not only what I said, but also that it has educational value. You'll never see a site like this from Colony 9, right, Dunban? Right. I don't think I'd ever get tired of looking out at this landscape. I wonder when these rock formations date from. Yeah. You don't sound very interested. Of course I'm interested. I listened to every word. You did? It looked like you were just staring into space. It was about those rock formations and how they looked in the past. Something like that. I guess when I talk about geeky stuff, you're gonna switch off. Me? Switch off? I didn't realize I did that. It's not just geeky stuff, it's anything that doesn't interest you. Like the latest fads in the colony. I could ask you, what's the latest superfood everyone's talking about? And you'd say, oh, I know. Chewy radishes. They're the latest healthy ingredient. I saw a line of people queuing up to buy them the other day. It was as long as the Bionis leg. Wow, you really are in the know. Wait, does that mean that the all-knowing Shulk didn't know? I'm afraid so. I've barely even heard of a chewy radish. You really had no idea, and you thought I was out of the loop. I was kind of betting on you not knowing. You surprised me. Let this be a lesson to you. Studying is all well and good, but there are some things you can't learn from books, or from conducting ether research and building weapons. You're right. I'll try to bear that in mind from now on. Just a sweet little moment. We got the achievement pouring your heart out for that. Kind of funny, but that is really all I wanted to do around the Bionis. Let's go ahead and go back to the Fallen Arm. And this is it. We are back at Junks, ready to take off. Inside, all of the Machina have some really interesting things to say now. Should we talk to Linata? Egil is the one who integrated the Homs with Mechon. The Hom's blood was circulated through the Mechon armor. This created Mechon impenetrable to the Monado, faces.
How are you?
It may be possible to restore the bodies of these Homs. It would just be a matter of removing the Homs from the face. Then we would just need to find a way to regenerate missing organs. Easier said than done to restore missing organs, if I may say so, but Leonato's speech is actually very important to the story. It explains something that you would not learn from any cutscene. The exact way that faces were immune to the Monado was that their organs were being removed and or modified so that they could pump blood throughout an entire suit of Mechon armor, thus creating an entire barrier of Hom's blood that would make the Monado ineffective. Remember back when Zord retreated when we first met him because those red things on his armor turned blue? That's because he wasn't able to pump enough blood through that entire suit for so long, and thus he needed to retreat because the Monado wouldn't have come into contact with Hom's blood had it struck. It's very morbid to think about, but that is the explanation for what was going on. That's not all though. Junk's staff has something to say to us. It seems Junks will take flight once again. No wonder it needed maintenance. Trust the chief to have good reason. Remember back when we were in the Fallen Arm for the first time and they were complaining about having to do maintenance on Junks for some reason? Well, that actually was foreshadowing them flying by and saving us when Agniratha collapsed, and you guys thought it was a Deus Ex Machina! Okay, I've been waiting all game to use that one. It's too perfect. They're named Machina. It's so good. And yes, I'm going to praise that it's so cool how little lines like this are actually this important. It really makes you just want to talk to everyone. But, in all seriousness, I don't want to joke around too much. Let's talk to Vinaya here.
Hello?
I cannot forgive Egil for what he has done. However, I want Egil to live. I have not changed my mind. I shall go and try to persuade Egil one more time.
Hello?
Egil misunderstood the will of Lady Meyneth. He cared too much for his people. At this point, I personally agreed with Mikol more than Vinaya. I felt Egil should die. Not out of revenge for what he did to Gatto or anything like that. He'd been beyond reasoning, even to his own family, for so many hundreds of years. And due to how long he'd gone without being reasoned with, and due to how long Machina live, his suffering is beyond the understanding of a Homs, or indeed in our universe humans, and for those reasons, I felt like for him, death might be the only way out of his suffering. And while Vinaya is still set in trying to persuade him one more time, we are prepared to do what we need to do. We will go to the Mechonis Core and see what we can do about Egil. Let's take off.
Do my eyes deceive me? The Mechonis is moving.
Oi, you! I'm warning you! You better not drop me! You let me go, and you'll be doing sit-ups for the rest of your life! Yes, Colonel!
Vinaya!
I am sorry. For Lady Meyneth's will to be realized, I had no choice but to use your body. Even so...
Actually, I'm grateful. Thanks to this body, I got to see Shulk and the others again.
Where is Lady Meyneth now?
Shall I call her? She is usually asleep. Maybe she just doesn't want to disturb me. It's an unusual feeling. 2 hearts in one body. It's not every day you get to experience something like this.
I see. That is a great relief.
It's as if I can see into our heart. We each know what the other's thinking, but it's strange. It feels like there's a part of my heart that's hidden. It's the part that holds Meyneth's feelings, and I can't see them. Maybe it's only natural. Everyone has 1 or 2 secrets, right? But I know how much she cares about this world. That's why I'm happy to let her use my body.
Fiora, I think Lady Meyneth is glad that she met you.
Yeah, I know.
Shulk, good news from His Highness. The Allied force retreated in time. Casualties were kept to a minimum.
Glad to hear it.
That's great news.
All areas are being prepared for evacuation. We can only hope they make it.
We won't let them down. This is one fight we can't afford to lose.
Heal upon Ricky, all set! Ricky, bounce some heads! We'll go with you. Can't beat strength in numbers.
Really? You're a tough old-timer.
What's this? The old fossil wants to tag along. As long as you don't slow us down.
Let's see who makes it through the battle.